Hi everybody, welcome to Chana Talks Live TV. I'm Chana Gilman, your Relationship Mastery Mentor. I want to follow up on yesterday's video where we spoke about yearnings, desires, potential, that those are very real in you and they will not go away. They come from a God-given place. We talked about why it's so often that you don't get there and that the world needs your gifts. You are the only you that ever has been and ever will be on this planet. Your imprint is vital here. And no one can do what you can do, hi Faggy, or bring to the world the way that you can. So, I want to talk about why it's so often hard. There are so many reasons that we just don't seem to get any place. But I will tell you a couple of things that I know were the reasons in my life. And one of them is the compare and despair. We so often look around at other women or other families or other children of the children of other friends. And we're not baking as many cakes for the woman that gave birth and sending a meal as often. My kid is, who knows where my kid is, and theirs is always home. And they eat dinner together. And, Hannah's just so lucky because she always just seems to have it together and be so professional. She ran Anne Klein, and she worked with Donna Karen, and she, yada, yada, yada. Really? Okay. So drop the externals. When you find yourself comparing, you are never going to win. That is for certain the arrow shot into your foot. Okay? Why do we go to so many classes? We take so many notes. We buy online programs. We follow every one we can think of. Hi, I can't see Lauren, I think. We follow every one we can think of. And we have aha moments, but nothing really changes. This is called information overload. If you're doing what I did, and you'll know if it's you, I just went with everyone. Hi, Tivy. I went with everyone that I thought could give me the quick magic pill to fix whatever it was. To fix whatever it was going on in my life that I knew needed changing. You just keep doing the same dance with the husband on the issue of it's the kid or the whatever it is. The argument just never changes. You feel so conspired against within your family. Ladies, it's because you're so overwhelmed and you're coming at everything wanting to manipulate it to be different rather than to be emotionally stable and influence. This is so crucial and so important. When you master your emotional state, and I work with my clients a lot on this, and this was one of the key things that made all the difference in my life. There's ways to learn to do this. We live life on a spectrum. You don't stay at the high level of emotional mastery. We always fall back. But there are ways to learn to create a solid emotional platform, which allows you then to be less emotional in your responses and to be more of an influencer in your family. Because when you're calm, they'll just listen differently. They'll just listen differently. I was a yeller when my children were growing up. I came from a home of yelling. And my kids were very outwardly spoken about it. Stop yelling, my son. I just went to visit. Hi, Ruvain. I just went to visit my son on Sunday. And he said to me, Mommy, before you come in my house, I have to tell you one thing. And I said, what? He's 24 years old today. I said, what? He goes, there's no yelling allowed in my house. I said, got it. We leave imprints on kids, but I just didn't ever know how to stop. I even went so far as making charts for myself on the fridge when they were little, you know, if I got through a day of not yelling. But here's the deal. Until you really do the inner work, you stop the comparing, you stop the information overload, until you learn how to master yourself emotionally, and this is possible, you will never be on good behavior. Oh, good behavior only lasts so long, just like compromising and pleasing. There's a huge difference between pleasing and compromising. I want to tell you they look exactly alike, but they come from very different places. Not pleasing and compromising, I'm sorry, pleasing and giving. Pleasing and giving look alike and come from very different places. When you're trying to please, you're in an off emotional state, and people know that you're coming at them. This is especially true of husbands and teenagers. I've mentioned it before. They know you're coming at them. You want something. You want to get them to do something different. When you come from giving and are emotionally stable, you can give over what you need without that sense of manipulation, and you can become an influencer in your family, in your work, in your world. These are only the beginnings of why things don't change for you. Join my Facebook group. We talk about this a lot in there. But these are some of the reasons why you're just not making the strides that you want to make. If you look back over 5-10 years, I'm sure you have made some strides. But without having a mentor, a tribe, a coach, a community where you can be really open and they can have your back, your changes are probably very incremental. Mine were until the last 2 years, when I really found the right support, the right accountability, and the right people that wanted for me what I wanted for me, not what they felt I should be, or how I should do it, or why it's not worth trying. That will not serve you. Anyway, I hope these give you some ideas of why things are the way they are for you. We can go into greater depth. I need to sneeze, I'm sorry. We can go into greater depth, but for now, I've got to run. I just wanted to touch back with you on yesterday's video. The one thing I don't like doing is leaving anyone hanging. Like the cliffhanger. Okay, I have potential, right, check. I have desires, right, check. I yearn to do XYZ, check. And so thanks, Chana, now what? So I hope this has served you a little bit as to why things don't change for you. It takes work. There's no magic pill. I've told you before, I spent 10 years and multiple figures of money to get where I am so that I can shortcut it for you women. And thank God, it was 10 years of I could really walk it, but I didn't. I could really talk it, but I wasn't walking it until 2 years ago, when I connected the dots. And only 3 months ago, when I stepped outside and said, you know, you've got to share your gifts. Because you know what, ladies, beautiful women, if you don't share your gifts, you are being selfish. Someone, especially I'm talking to you coaches, there are women out there that need what only you can give them. And you are selfish if you do not share those gifts. So I was always called selfish because I was so grabby, needy. Look at me, I'm trying to please you. Why don't you see it? Today I don't come from that at all. Today I don't come from that at all. I believe that I have information that every woman needs to hear. And so I'm sharing it. If you want more, join my Facebook group, share the videos, leave a comment, like. My YouTube channel is Chana Gilman. All my videos are there. And I love you. There's a lot of love here for you in the pool in Las Vegas. You're beautiful women. Own it. See you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.